Yes, guys, how are we doing? Hope everyone is doing well. We are back with a quick live. I mean, not quick live. We're back with a new live Tottenham Hotspur news update. New manager unveiled, director of football plans, and transfer targets. Who are Tottenham Hotspur actually going to try transfer in? Who is going to be the new director of football and manager? Nagelsmann's now out. Nagelsmann's gone. He's not going to be joining Tottenham Hotspur. Pochettino's now joining Chelsea. We are in a complete state right now. Now, look, without further ado, I just want to say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. Thanks so much for 14,000 Instagram followers. And without further ado, let's get straight onto it. So, first of all, first point I want to talk about is the director of football from former Bayer Leverkusen director of football, Tim Stediton. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Corey, mate, how are you? Thanks so much. Just on his live stream, absolutely phenomenal a YouTube channel. They're just starting, 17 subscribers. Get them to 20 subscribers, lads. This video will also come out afterwards, so if you guys do mind commenting afterwards, be great. So yeah, if you guys do want to join, anyone who wants to join, obviously StreamYard will be in here. There you guys go. Here it is. Now, Tim Stediton is a former Bayer Leverkusen director of football. He is linked with Tottenham Hotspur, and that is according to Fabrizio Romano. So you know when we talk about Fabrizio Romano, we're talking about one of the the best news reporter out there. So 100% that is going to be true. If we do get Tim, I don't know too much about him. Gonna do my research after this live, but sounds I don't really know much about him. All I know is Son played for Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, a couple of other decent players played for Bayer Leverkusen, but yeah, that's really it regarding Tim Stediton. But there's been some more news with Lo Celso being progress news. Aston Villa has expressed genuine interest in acquiring Giovanni Lo Celso, and the player himself is enthusiastic about the potential move. So you can see how Lo Celso is genuinely really wants to go make a move to Aston Villa, but can he make an impact in the Premier League, a better impact than he did at Tottenham Hotspur? That will be up for debate. Thanks, man. Well, it's mostly Ryan's stream at the moment. He has asked me to help co-host, which I'm honoured to do. Mate, it was an absolute honour to be on there. And good to see more YouTubers starting to do their own little thing. Amazing, good stuff. I was at the cup game you have on that flag. Yeah, I mean, there it is. Oh, there it is, Carling Cup. Yeah. The good old days when we actually won something in it. When we won something, but yeah. So, however, the club is currently. This is regarding Lo Celso want a confirmation from Tottenham Hotspur new coach if Lo Celso is going to be wanted at Tottenham Hotspur. So whoever the new coach is, he will have to. He'll have a say on Giovanni Lo Celso's future at Tottenham Hotspur, basically. As Fabrizio Romano continues saying, however, the club is currently awaiting confirmation regarding the identity of Tottenham's new coach, as Lo Celso is set to return from Villarreal. Unai Emery is actively advocating for Lo Celso's transfer, but there are other names being considered as well. Unai Emery is with his header. So Unai Emery is a big fan of Giovanni Lo Celso, both of them together at Villarreal last season. Yeah, good stuff. Look, as I previously said on different streams, Lo Celso is an interesting player. He's a very interesting player because at La Liga you need to be technically good. You need to be very you don't really get that many physical players, in the midfield. I mean, you look at, let's say, for example, what's his name, Parejo, I think is from Villarreal, or Valencia. I think it's Villarreal. He's a very good player, solid player, but technically he's good. Physicality, not so much. Then you look at, let's say, Pedri, Gavi. Technically they're good, but they got outdone by United. Maybe not Gavi, I think, because he was out, but Pedri got a little bit outdone by United. Seeing as COVID has wrecked me today, I would love to come in and talk more feeling rather than rough. All good, mate. All good. Feel better, mate. Feel better. Didn't even know COVID was still around. I thought it was gone. Feel better, mate. Hope everyone is safe. And yeah, Corey, good to see you. Good to have you on the stream, mate. Where was I? So yeah, Giovanni Lo Celso to Aston Villa is a solid rumour. Will he join? Will he not join? It really does. It depends. It depends really. Then we got some more news coming up. and it's regarding Julian Nagelsmann's prospect of becoming a Tottenham Hotspur's next manager. And it is according to Dan KP, again another very very solid reporter, Tier One, says highly unlikely unless an unexpected turn of events unfold. This is all because of a sporting director. We don't have a sporting director. Director of football, obviously, we don't have at the club right now. And that is the reason why Nagelsmann does not want to join. He doesn't want to join a club that doesn't have a project ready. He wants to go to a club who he can see a long-term future. We can really have a project with. Can he have a project at Tottenham Hotspur? Let's honestly think about it. Can he have a project at Tottenham Hotspur? No, because he's got to sign at least 15, 30. No, well, I'm really exaggerating right now. He's got to sign at least 10 players. Let's be honest, at least 10 players. Right in the team. I just went over it at Corey's channel. Yeah, at least 10 players, six, at least 8, 9, 10 players at the team. Spurs have explicitly stated that they have not engaged in any discussions with Nagelsmann and have no plans to do so, despite holding great respect for the unemployed German. Yeah, brilliant stuff, Tottenham. Brilliant stuff, unbelievable. I mean, coming out and saying you've made no contact really makes the support, makes the club really want to makes the fans of the club really really feel connected with you lot, because you haven't put a single contact support in with Nagelsmann. That's really regarding Julian Nagelsmann. Now we got De Zerbi. I mean, previously this season we were talking about how De Zerbi, how his behaviour towards Tottenham Hotspur, when he had that whole little fuss. I think, was it Ryan Mason or was it Conte? I can't remember. I think no, it was a Stinelli. It's Stinelli, Conte's little puppy. Yeah, when he had that whole little fuss with Stinelli, the attitude. Daniel Levy apparently didn't like the attitude. Daniel Levy didn't like attitude, but Conte's attitude is fine. Don't worry. Jose Mourinho's attitude is fine. But not De Zerbi. No. Once it comes to De Zerbi, bloody hell, what a manager this guy is. He is world class. He's top tier manager. But sorry, but yeah, the reason why we didn't get De Zerbi, well, look, we got some more news regarding De Zerbi. Brighton Hove Albion head coach Roberto De Zerbi is being taken into account by Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, look at this by Paul Keefe. However, there are uncertainties regarding his suitability and compatibility if chosen. De Zerbi would need substantial control and capable for staff. Yeah, capable staff, of course. Yeah, yeah. This really speaks for it. Capable stuff. De Zerbi, this is the latest news regarding De Zerbi. He needs capable staff to join him at Tottenham Hotspur. Wow. That is interesting. That is interesting. Capable staff just drives me mad. Drives you mad. The most random excuses. Random. I want to get your comments in down below now. Let's start talking. Oh, damn it. Joel, Chelsea fan, I'd love to have you on regarding Pochettino if you do want to join on. Yeah, if you want to join on regarding Chelsea, Pochettino after Chelsea, that's huge news if you want to come on and talk about it. But yeah, so De Zerbi, if he's joined Tottenham Hotspur, he'll want a lot of stuff. I think also football director he'll want a football director. Now look, Pochettino to Tottenham Hotspur was apparently a no-go from the get-go. Apparently no go. Chelsea all day wanted Pochettino. Nagelsmann was also up there, but now in the upcoming days, Chelsea will announce Pochettino. Wow, I can't even take this. Chelsea, Chelsea Pochettino. That is disgusting. That is so disgusting. I can't even see the amount of damage Poch has done to Chelsea. And at the end of the day, Chelsea are the ones who are hiring him, not Tottenham. Disgusting. But yeah, it really is now down to how much you love Pochettino, and if you're happy for him to go to Chelsea. At the end of the day, am I happy? No, I'm really not. Am I glad? Absolutely not. Do I think he deserves better than Tottenham Hotspur? Yeah. Do I think he will get better than Tottenham Hotspur? Um, Pochettino? I mean, do you count Chelsea better than Tottenham Hotspur this season? Do you? That's the question. it's up to you to decide that. What else have we got to do? Today's news. Adds to gold. Yeah, now Spurs. This is actually very, very good, which I like about adds to gold. Let me see if I can bring this up to you. Nah, it doesn't. I can't. Can I? Nah, whatever. Alistair said, now Spurs find themselves in even more of a mess than they were back in 2021. They have no head coach of either their men's or women's team, no director of football, a star player approaching the final year of his contract, a captain potentially on the way out, and no discernible leadership at the top of a club that seems to be drifting aimlessly in the football ocean. Spot on there. Spot on there. Literally, we're going out there for no reason. We got someone new here. Oh yeah, I couldn't even notice him. How embarrassing is that? I'm gonna notice him. Yo,
Yo,
yo.
bro, you're right.
All good, all
Yeah,
good. What's up?
yeah. You
Talk to me.
just came off of mine, didn't you? So
Yeah, yeah,
literally,
yeah,
like we'll just get down to business. Pochettino, I heard you saying was about to be almost
yeah,
ready to sign for Chelsea. Oh God, here we
yeah.
go
How
again.
how
Same as
disgusting is that?
usual. It can't get any worse, mate. It really can't, Josh, mate. It's literally, it's like, what the hell? How can it get much worse?
Hmm.
I mean, like, I know to some people it's like a stab in the heart, but like, you've also got to respect that he needs to have another job somewhere, right?
Is
And
it
there
a
was
better job
no.
though? Is it a better job than Tottenham? That's the question.
This is the
Be
thing
honest
that
about
really
it.
hurts me to say. It kills me
Yeah,
to say it, but yes, it does seem a more what do you call it? More of a luxury a luxury of you know the word I'm trying to say.
luxurious,
Yeah,
luxurious.
that's the word I was. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
So yeah, so obviously I feel like it's more that he needed a job and it
yeah,
needed to be he needed to go somewhere, and unfortunately it came at the worst possible time for
yeah,
it to happen. That he decided he was going to go to our club. To our club. What am I talking
to
about? To
Chelsea. Yeah,
Chelsea instead. Yeah, instead of our club.
yeah,
But then at the same time, I can also see it as that um, if he had come back at this point, it could have been a poison chalice because then it
right.
could have happened to be the same thing again.
That's the question I was about to ask you. If he was to come back to Tottenham Hotspur, like I said on your channel, how
Mm.
anyone who comes to Tottenham Hotspur, in my opinion, will have to do a rebuild. No one can take this team now to next year. We'll have to do a rebuild. If if Pochettino was to come back, what would he have done different? What would he have done differently now?
I don't know. That's a very good question. I don't think there would have been anything different he could have done
Yeah,
because it's the same, literally the same players that were there when he left. It's the same
yeah,
players that there are there now. They would have played for him for what, say 6 months, and then they would have thrown him under the bus again.
right.
So the only way that I could see, I I love Poch, yeah, right, and the only way I could see him coming back would be if we get new owners in.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that. A lot of people have been saying that regarding new ownership, and I agree on you on that opinion. I think that the relationship between Daniel Levy and Pochettino. Why would Pochettino want to come back to Tottenham Hotspur with when Daniel Levy? What you think Daniel Levy is just going to go to Pochettino and say, "I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry, geezer. Sorry, like just come back, come back." He's not going to do that. Never in a million years. Who I, I was going to ask you who you want the new owner to be, but I mean, at this point, we don't even know. It could be some Saudi Arabian Donny, could be some German guy. God knows who it's going to be.
It could
But
be
yeah,
Bill down the road as well. It could be Bill down the road for all we know.
it could. God, honestly, God knows who it's going to be next. But this is a new topic I want to talk about now.
Mm,
And I like this. I'm gonna. Sorry, I'm seeing this topic off your show. Um, but this is the defensive issues in this team. The defensive issues on this team. Um,
mm.
what player? or players need to come in the summer transfer window to upgrade this Tottenham Hotspur team? Because let's say, because it looks like Tottenham Hotspur aren't going to keep Lenglet. He's going to go back to Barcelona. And it looks like, and yeah, that's basically it. So one difference so far.
Well, I've got to take. Well, first of all, obviously I've had a discussion about this for the last 2 hours on my channel. So I don't. There was one comment that actually came in that I didn't ever think about. That could be a good sign. It would be Jonathan Tah.
Right. Yeah.
Now, yes, he's an upgrade, but will Levy put his hand in his pocket again? It's another one of those dodgy ones. And like Corey said that said on my channel, he said that he'd also like Jonathan David as a new striker.
Yeah.
Now,
instead of who though? Instead of Richarlison, instead of Dan Juma?
Well, that's the only thing. He didn't give me an answer to that, so I'm going to have to give an answer to that. And I would get rid of. Well, yeah. Well, Dan Juma's going to go back anyway, isn't he? Unless they've got a clause in his contract to say that he's staying, or that we none of us know about. Then God help us. But because the poor lad doesn't deserve to have the
time at Tottenham.
Treatment. Yeah, and he hasn't had the treatment. But I think it should be, if he should come in for anybody, I think it should be for Offsiderson.
Who?
Offsiderson is his new name for
Offsiderson. Offsiderson.
Yeah.
If I mean, bloody hell. How many offsides did we get in our previous game? It was mental, no?
Do you know what? I don't even think I could count on one hand how many times he was offside.
It was so bad.
Yeah, it was ridiculously terrible. So that's why his new name is Offsiderson instead. So
Offsiderson, I like that. That's a new name now.
Yeah. So obviously I wouldn't mind having Jonathan David in for him, but he would he be a good replacement for when Kane goes? Because we all know Kane's either going to leave within the next 12 months or he's going to sign a new contract and he'll stay there for the rest of his career. But would he be a good replacement for when Kane eventually goes? Because let's be real here, right? Kane's not getting any younger. So let's just say he signs a new 5-year contract with us and he gets another 5-year contract. It'll probably be the last contract he has anyway, because after that he'll probably retire.
Correct.
So would it be as a replacement for Offsiderson, or would it be a replacement for Kane in the long run? But would he work with Kane? That's the only other thing that I can't get I don't know if he'd be good enough to get work in there with Kane. But if Kane was to sit back into that cam position that he does like,
then it'll be better.
It would probably work better.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say.
I think one of the most important things is that, we won't be able to get anyone like Kane ever again. I don't think so.
No.
The replacement of Kane needs to come from two people. Again, say we sell Harry Kane for 200 mil. I'm just putting that out there. We're never going to do that. If we sell Harry Kane for 200 mil, we're going to have to buy a number 10 for 100 mil and a striker for 100 mil. We have to split it equally. We need to get KDB and we need to get Jonathan David. We're simple like that. And I think this is only if Kane does leave. If he stays, obviously, we're going to get another 2 years, maybe 2.5 years of this quality football of his. And then that's it. It's going to start dropping. It is what it is. It's going to start dropping. It is what it is. Now the question is who's the good replacement for Harry Kane? We've got plenty of strikers out there. You got Osimhen, but he's probably going to go to United. You got Vlahovic. He's gone down at Juventus. You got I had another one in there. You got Jonathan David. You got Richarlison, who could be, he could step up. You never know. Plenty out there. Look, it's a big question about Harry Kane and all that. We can ask that, but the main question, which I'm going to ask you now, is that the new manager of Tottenham Hotspur. Who needs to be the new manager of Tottenham Hotspur? Who will it be?
Well, I actually asked you the same question on my channel, didn't I?
Yeah.
The thing is, that's a very good question. Like I said, it would have been Arne Slot, but the thing with Arne Slot is that his reputation could get destroyed just because of the owners, because they won't back him. So, and funny enough, just before you went live, I actually had a look, and they've actually said that they're almost ready to speak to Brendan Rodgers. Some bad news, unfortunately. I didn't want to break that bad news on here. I'd rather have broken it on my own channel, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But so I've had to bring some bad news to you guys and to all your viewers out there. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, I probably, do you know what? I said this the other day as well, where because Rodgers is all washed up and it doesn't really matter what happens with him, because I don't care about Rodgers. It's like, at the moment, I don't care about this club as much. I still love the club, don't get me wrong, but I just don't care about it whilst the owners are there. So, to be honest, I'd say my mentality is just bring in someone that no one gives a damn about, let them get battered and bruised, and then sack them at the end of the next season. So, Rodgers, perfect fit, I'd say, because then we can all attack him every time something goes wrong. He ain't going to care. He'll get a nice big payoff at the end of it, like everyone else has, like a Conte, like a Mourinho, like a Nuno. Like, they've all had big payoffs. So that'll be his retirement fund done. Boom. Yeah. There you go. So just bring him in. Let's kick the crap out of him, and then let's leave him on the sidelines where he won't then be able to get another job. So he might as well just retire. But then he'll be fine with that sort of money of what, 15, 20 million? Hey, exactly. he'll take that, won't he?
Exactly.
So that's who I would say at the moment.
At this point in time, you don't even know who's going to be managing it. It's so sad. Look, like I said at the beginning, this is going to be a very, very, very short live. So I want to ask you one last question. And this is really regarding a comment. And I'm going to try to see if I can get an image up here. Let's see if I can do this. We posted this on... There we go. Right. Let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get this. All right. Okay. Let's see. Done. All right. Let's go to share screen. Let's go to Nah. All right. Nah. Can't do this, but it's all good. It's all good. We'll just do something like this. I'll just read it out to you.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will be good. Maybe if I can save it, this, that'll be also good. So I can just upload it like this. Nah, it's all good. All right, so it's very, very simple. Now Spurs, so this is what as the goal said. It's spot on. Now Spurs find themselves in even more of a mess than they were back in 2021. They have no head coach of either the men's or women's team, no director of football, a star player, aka Harry Kane, approaching the final year of his contract, a captain potentially on the way out, and no leadership at the top of a club that seems to be drifting aimlessly in the football ocean. How correct is this comment? Honestly, this is spot on, no?
Well, I mean, it depends on what side of the fence you look at it, really.
Okay.
I kind of think he's right, but I mean, there are people out there that would turn around and say, no, he's wrong because he doesn't always get everything right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, even if he doesn't get everything right, like, who can be 100% perfect at the end of the day? But I believe that it doesn't matter what anyone says, he hit the nail right on the head there.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, you can't argue with that comment. And if anyone tries to argue with it, then where have you been living? What rock have you been living under for the last 5 years or so? Because
Literally,
you haven't been living with us, have you?
literally. Well, look. Do you want to plug in your channel in the link down below? So I can get everyone
I
to
actually
subscribe.
don't know how to do that. That's the only thing. But I can
I'll
just
get it on. Don't worry,
give it out.
I'll put it on. Any last words you want to say to them lot out there before we end the show, and where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me on at Tottenham Forever 20. Oh God, I can't even remember my
There you
channel
go.
now. It's been
Tottenham forever.
yeah, yeah. Exactly how it is with. Oh, there it is. Yeah, just you can find me there. We will be talking about transfer rumours that I'll be swatting away. All them transfers that everyone loves to try and talk about, and then nothing ever happens. I've also got a good friend who's actually co-hosting with me, called Corey. He'll be on there with me as much as he can. And then hopefully next season we'll be having something much better to talk about, because at the moment it's there's nothing really happy to talk about at the moment. So let's just get the end of the season out of the way with, and that's really all we can really do at the moment, isn't it? Really.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Well, look,
Yeah.
thanks so much for joining. Appreciate it, and I'll make sure and I'll try and plug in your channel and tell everyone to subscribe.
Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully you'll be able to come on a bit more on my channel at some point as well.
Would love to. Would love to. Very much
Yeah.
enjoyed it today, guys. So make sure you guys go subscribe to Tottenham Forever 2023. Thanks so much.
Peace.
Peace, peace, peace. Hang on, there we go. Well, brilliant, brilliant. Good to have some new people, new faces on the channel. So look, that's really the roundup for today's live stream. Hope you all enjoyed it. Probably go live. Oh no, probably I'm gonna have a video out for you lot tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe on Saturday as well. I'll have a video out for you. Go try to do it. Obviously, as you guys know, weekly. So yeah, hopefully you all are happy today that Tottenham aren't playing. You don't have to watch Tottenham lose because that's all they do. Really, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, enable those notifications so you know next time when we upload. And I'll catch you guys again. Wait for it. Peace.